This Big South, Ohio Valley, and Northeast Conference Tournament Preview Edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Peyton Manning, and you're listening to SGPN. Let's ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Gotta love the way that college basketball allows everyone to attempt to win the national championship.
Everyone's got a fighting shot, including our boy here to talk college basketball, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
Love to hear those sounds computing, you know, excited for, we got Mandalorian coming, right, Sean?
Do have Mandalorian coming. We're taping this on to Sunday night. Gonna watch The Last of Us again.
Nah.
We're doing double duty here.
That zombie fantasy shit.
Last of Us is pretty weak though. Come on. Compared to a lot of other zombie apocalypse stuff. What do you think?
I liked it. I thought it's pretty good.
1 to 10, what would you give it? I'm caught up, by the way.
It's like a 7. I'm caught up.
Yeah, I'll say 6.
Not caught up. I generally like that. Is it realistic? Do they attempt to make it overly realistic? How's it compared to that Will Smith zombie movie?
I like that one better, actually. Okay. Yeah, they're in the bathtub.
I like.
You know what I mean?
Kramer, fix the hat. It's looking. You're the SGPN hat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The city editions.
Like we know
fire.
the Giants had a tough year, but I mean,
what do you mean tough year? Go fuck yourself.
Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.
I'm not talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about the whole Empire State Building. You know what I mean?
Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Chat's alive and well. We got Noah B, Moneyline Mac, Ryan Hasty checking in, Chad Graham, Adrian Kennedy, Kyle Cooper, the gang's all here talking college basketball conference tournament previews. I am wearing my XFL Battlehawk shirt again, not to brag. But
Giants colors. I like it.
4-0 with my XFL picks. Hey, if you're looking to bet on the XFL, the NBA, shout out to Dame Lillard, just dropped 71. The NHL, shout out to the Hockey Gambling Podcast. NASCAR, the NASCAR Gambling Podcast. So many ways to win over at WynnBet. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Sign up there so they know we sent you. Bet big, win bigger. Bet 100, get 100. State restrictions apply. Hit the longest parlay of the week. Get $1,000 free bets. Again, if you haven't signed up over at WynnBet yet, I am personally insulted. Offer subject to change, terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. If you're 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you're somebody who knows the gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Get this XFL show. XFL Gambling Podcast. Thing is fire.
Can't wait to wear mine this week on the show. My Sea Dragons are disappointing me. My roughneck fever it's come back. I'm fully vaxxed. And yet my roughneck fever just bang. I'm wearing the sweatshirt on the show. I don't give a shit. Love all of it. All right. We're here to talk more.
Chad Graham's really disappointed that I put away the guns. Sorry, Chad. That was only when I'm rocking my Lehigh jersey. Check out the Patriot League conference preview episode if you missed that.
You know, now that we think about it, the Extreme Football League shirts probably should be sleeveless. Can we look into getting some sleeveless shirts?
Come on. I mean, if we're extreme, and we got to get some tank tops. Why do we have no tank tops?
What the fuck's going on, Jake? Suns out, guns out.
That is true. The first XFL, I do remember them. Maybe like 6-7 years after, I saw them selling a bunch of their stuff at a gas station in Illinois somewhere.
Yeah.
So maybe we can, if maybe we can reach out to some of the gas stations, Sean.
Okay. Yeah,
You know?
I'm plugged into the gas station.
I don't want to say a specific one right now without getting paid.
Oh,
But
well,
I like it.
when we will drink their coffee, we are gas station coffee guys. So.
I mean, when I was in North Carolina, I did go to a place called Larry's Gas and Other Things. It was a really fine place, and
that's where Coach O goes.
They did have other things too. They had
100%.
Coach O loves that place. He's a big fan of the other things. And the meat. Was he also the meat on the stick guy? Am I misremembering?
They had a large amount of gumball machines for some reason for sale.
The symmetry of Coach O loving meat on a stick from a gas station and also trying to put his meat stick into something in a gas station.
Check it out.
Symmetrical. All right. We have to focus. I know you have a busy schedule tonight, Colby. Where do you want to start? You want to talk about anything before we hop into this hot Big South action?
I thought Green was going to break out I thought he was going to break out a Presbyterian jersey because they're on Lehigh's level in the Big South there.
Big South is they do say it's the Patriot League of the South. Of course, well they can at least afford a neutral site, unlike the Patriot League doing the campus site thing. Charlotte, North Carolina will play host to Bojangles, or at the Bojangles Coliseum will play host to the Big South in all their glory. Definitely some fun teams that I've had memories of betting on in the tournament. Probably only one. Actually, Colby, remind me, did Winthrop win a game outright in the
I want to say they did. I want to say they did.
Feel like I was on
about
that
10 years ago, right?
What about Longwood, man? They won it all last year.
They did, and I'm shocked at the odds, to tell you the truth.
You're shocked that they're this much of a
so
favorite?
from the bottom to the top, Presbyterian 10 seed, 250 to 1. We can just cross this one off, right, Colby?
Yeah.
High Point 8 seed, 70 to 1. Charleston Southern 9 seed, 60 to 1. And then we get to the real contenders. Campbell 7 seed, 17 to 1. USC Upstate 4 seed, all the way down there at 16 to 1. Winthrop, as the aforementioned 6 seed, 13 to 1. Gardner Webb. Now we're getting to the real big boys. 5 seed, 5 to 1. Radford, the Whores, 4 to 1. Not being played at Radford though, so I don't know. We have not. I don't think we've done the legwork.
Do the Whores travel?
Don't know if they're traveling to the Bojangles Coliseum, although it does ring nicely.
Radford's head coach called a Dewey the other night.
Oh
so,
wow!
You know,
not the duck.
Crime pays.
Not the duck.
Well, wrong place.
Maybe we take the Highlanders.
Wrong place, wrong time.
I don't like his preparedness if he's getting fucked up, and doesn't have a ride somewhere. Sean, he's a head coach, for God's sake. UNC Asheville 1 seed, 260, and the favorite Longwood, as you said, the returning champion, the 2 seed. Oh man, this is a kind of want to fade the favorites here, Colby. Would I be wrong to instinctually think that's the angle?
I mean, I kind of am sold on one team in this conference.
Oh, who?
Asheville.
UNC Asheville and the Campbells, both 12-6 ATS in conference play.
I watched Asheville. I mean, opening night they won at UCF, who's a pretty damn good team this year in the AAC. I just think they're better than everybody else. Even the last game against Longwood was playing essentially for seeding, where Asheville
they beat their ass.
But Asheville didn't even need to win that.
No. So what? They've lost 2 conference games all year. On the road at Winthrop, on the road USC Upstate, which is maybe an anomaly. Maybe there's a little look ahead to Winthrop the next a couple days later at home. I to me, just spraying the board, because the way the odds stack up here, maybe Colby's right. Maybe I spray Winthrop with Asheville,
especially like I feel like Longwood's really good at home. I don't know how they'd be in the neutral site.
Well, Winthrop also has the best offense in the conference. Effective 55.7% in effective field goal percentage.
They start off with a beatable Radford team
and best in the league in free throw percentage. I think they're kind of an interesting sprinkle in the long shot, just because if that offense gets hot.
They only played Radford once this year, and Radford beat them. So.
I'm going Asheville as my play, and my dog. I think I'll go with like Gardner Webb and Asheville. Another thing is they're not that far from Charlotte.
Gardner Webb pretty bad ATS at least. 6-11-1 ATS in the Big South.
Colby's picking winners. You don't give a shit about the spread.
And a little nugget here from the research staff: the bottom 4 seeds are combined 3-13 against the spread with rest disadvantage this year. So,
what does that tell you to do?
basically, the winners that come out of that bottom round fade them because they're going to be playing, pretty obviously a big rest disadvantage. So whoever wins High Point, Charleston Southern, take UNC Asheville. Whoever wins Campbell Presbyterian, look to take Longwood. So start off kind of chalky there.
Sean says take chalk.
In this situation,
Longwood in general, no,
not for the conference tournament. If you were listening, I was saying ATS
You're saying round
meaning
one.
against the spread in the game.
Colby or Sean, you're irritating.
Sorry, I thought that was an ad read. I'm on Asheville.
All right, so Colby and I will unify on Asheville.
I also like Asheville.
Oh wow, all 3.
They're calling Drew Pember
He's
the
a beast, man.
They're calling
He's
him
a beast.
the mid-major Chet Holmgren.
He's averaging.
Is that a compliment?
He's
I
averaging
don't know.
20 and almost 10.
Transferred from Tennessee, so
Yeah, getting it done. 2.3
why would
blocks per game.
Why would Tennessee get rid of him?
Well, maybe he thought my best chance to win a tournament game is to go to Asheville because Rick Barnes is our coach at Tennessee. So maybe if you want to have a deep run in the tournament,
I'm going UNC Asheville and Winthrop. You could talk me into Campbell, but I'm sticking with those 2. What are you doing, Colby?
My long shot's the running Bulldogs. All right, I know it's not much of a long shot, but I don't believe anyone else can win besides the top 5. So give me the 5th team with the furthest odds of those 5 with the Gardner Webb running Bulldogs. Another thing to consider, folks, about my Asheville and Gardner Webb plays, they're both not that far from Charlotte.
Are you including Upstate or Winthrop as the 5th team that can win it?
No, I don't think Winthrop can win it.
So
I don't
it's
think
Upstate.
Upstate might be able to. Upstate might be able
You
to.
said 5 teams.
Yeah, well, I was. Oh yeah, my bad. I can't count.
You got 4 teams. So you're saying there's only 4 teams that can win it?
Moneyline Mac is on Longwood.
Well, you got
like the long Cox drop.
Cox.
I'm reading. I'm interacting with the chat, Ryan. So what are you doing? You're on UNC Asheville. What else do you like?
Winthrop.
Oh, you copy.
What do you mean? I led off the whole conference with a Winthrop piece.
Maybe you thought you were doing an ad read.
Yeah.
Son of a wow! Look at that. Colby's like pointing out things. All right. So first round, you want? So none of us are taking any of the fun long shots. No high point action.
No.
Yeah.
They're trash. Yeah.
I mean, Campbell would be the only one, but they their path there doesn't warrant a 17 to 1.
Where are they?
It would have to be like 30 to 1.
Where's Campbell?
That's by the Virginia state line.
Why are there
Blues Creek, North Carolina?
Why are they the Camels? Like the cigarettes? Are they named after the cigarettes?
I hope so because I last time, I don't think I might have dropped acid once at Carolina.
Wow!
But,
wait, hold on.
#Legends only.
You're afraid of weed, Cole.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I mean, I did do. Let's not report this.
Well, the cameras are off.
The camels. I might have saw a few camels in Blues Creek, North Carolina.
Okay. Origin of the Gaylord of Camel. I'll have to read this another time.
If you drop acid there,
that's from the Campbell University. So I'll have to. It looks like a little deeper reading. I'm not something I can do live on the show. First round. Let's get through it. March 1st, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Again, neutral site. So we're playing all the games in Charlotte. This is one of those buy a ticket, get 4 games if you go on the Friday, I guess the 3rd, but Wednesday for the play-in round 8. Why is everyone called their play-in round the first round now? Like, can we agree that's not cool that we just did? Like, you can't just call the second round.
If they're in the tournament, it's not a play-in game.
Yeah.
Well, but in this case, right? So you're arguing against me. You're saying these aren't play-in games. This is the first round.
You're in the tournament. You're in the tournament.
But there's not like the first round only has 2 games.
Yeah, that's fine. And then the second round, you get a first round bye into the second round. It seems pretty simple.
I prefer playing game. I just think you're playing for a right to get to the first round.
No, but you're in the tournament.
But
like if you open up the bracket, it has your team name listed.
But it's to the left of where typically the first round would be where the second round is now. All right, 3 p.m. on the West Coast. Charleston Southern, the 9 seed, catching a point as they take on High Point, the 8 seed. Again, these are the database is projected lines. So come at us if we're wrong.
Charleston Southern for me, pretty easy. I mean, best unit on the court, I think, would be their offense. Pretty decent offensive rebounding. They hit their free throws, unlike High Point. I mean, we're talking 12 percentage point difference here in a close game. Hitting your free throws is going to make a huge difference. I don't see why you couldn't talk me into High Point.
I mean, High Point is closer to Charlotte. You're
saying they might be a little bit more lit here.
Maybe.
How empty will this arena?
How many High Point students are going to this tournament to cheer on their team in Charlotte?
There might be some Panthers coming down there. Check out the take on the Buccaneers.
Oh, sorry, that's a bear. Some Myrtle Beach Panthers.
I mean, I'm with you. No, I don't know. This game is trash, man. You know what? Give me a High Point. Give me a High Point. They won the last matchup by 8. They're 4-6 in their last 10. Charleston Southern's 2-8 in their last 10. So give me the home team. I think that if there's a chance anyone comes, they'll be from High Point, not Charleston, South Carolina. It's a far trip. So give me the Panthers. Getting it done here.
What are we talking attendance in these games? Does it crack 1,000?
Let's talk about it. How many kids go? How many students are there at High Point?
2,000.
That is a good question.
I got the number.
Oh, I'll say 5.
500,000. 5,000. 5,800. 49 are undergrads. Wow. 4,900. So I'm gonna disagree with Colby's lit factor here.
Well, I didn't say it was gonna be lit. I said
You said more.
There's a chance the guy working the hot dogs might have went to High Point. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a great endorsement for High Point's. Did they put that on the brochure? This could be you selling hot dogs at the game, thanks to your High Point, bachelor's degree.
How many kids went to Charleston Southern?
Oh, I think more. I think more. I'm gonna say 8.
Sean,
Charleston Southern. I'll say 6,700.
3,300.
Oh.
So even smaller than High Point. We have a
what are you doing here?
A true. Kramer. No, I'm with you. I'm taking Charleston Southern.
They have a Walmart neighborhood market in the area.
In High Point.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Huge if true.
Never been to High Point. One day maybe I'll make it if I'm lucky. 5 p.m. on the West Coast, March 1st. Presbyterian, a tremendous long shot to win the conference. 10 seed. They're catching 7 here against the Camels of Campbell.
Camels can hit some shots. They're laying 7 here, which is a big number. But I mean, the Presbyterian offense is god awful. I mean, 359th in free throw percentage, 294 in 2-point percentage, 327 in 3-point percentage. Like they just don't do anything even remotely good.
They are 0-15 away from home. They've lost 17 straight. Look at
their future price. It's insane. 7 feels like a gift here.
The mascot's name is Gaylord the Campbell, or Gaylord the Camel. We're getting deeper with each layer we peel off this onion. You have to lay the points. Presbyterian. I mean, although Sean, you would typically say in this spot, like, this is a great spot to take Presbyterian, like, real get up game here against the Camels.
I don't know if they have much get up in them.
What if? See, this is where college basketball having some form of relegation would be fun. Is this the worst team in America?
Well, they beat. Wait, did they have any? They beat VMI.
They beat Wait, hold on. They beat Campbell.
That's right.
They beat Campbell by 10. Colby, this would be important.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not taking it.
That's why I like. That's why I like Campbell. It's because Presbyterian embarrassed them.
Yeah, no, I mean, and
that was last year.
Presbyterian might be the
2022. It's a new Campbell fighting team.
Let's jump over.
Easy in the YouTube chat, dropping a lot of camel facts. Okay. Camels can reach like 30 miles per hour, right? Sounds about right. I know they have camel racing, so you think they have to get up a decent enough top speed to be interesting.
I mean, I think that you were underselling it. Yeah, per the internet, 40 miles an hour. Actually.
Ooh.
But I think the key is they can, and I'm gonna I'll look it up later. I think the key with a camel is they can run they can run near their top speed for like an insane amount of time. Like they can run through they can run for a day.
You taking the wolves against the camel?
Camels
They're tall. They're tall.
I gotta look this up now. But all right, while I look up this interesting fact about a camel, we'll move on from camel. And we'll discuss a game Friday back at the Bojangles Coliseum. There are games at 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. on the West Coast. We're going to skip the 9 a.m. game because it's Asheville versus the winner of High Point and Charleston Southern, which, reminder, Sean told you earlier, rest disparity. The bottom part of this conference sucks. So lay the points with Asheville no matter what. Jumping to 11 a.m. on Friday, March 3rd, upstate, taking on Gardner-Webb.
Game just happened.
This game just happened. Gardner-Webb laying 4 here, projected.
Surprising because the higher seed is the favorite.
This is excellent because you know who like Colby makes the line and then is surprised by the line. That is an amazing my number. I'm surprised by my numbers here.
Gardner-Webb is a revenge match though, and look, the last game was at Upstate. I think Gardner-Webb, this is almost a home game for them. So I'm laying the 4 all day.
Gardner-Webb, one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the nation. Are we concerned?
USC Upstate not far behind. I mean, USC Upstate is
love nothing.
They shoot a delicious 64.8%. Gardner-Webb all the way down to 62.3. I don't know if you can trust them to cover that 4. I hate to be Benedict Dundee here, but I think Gardner-Webb gets the win, but they don't get the cover. Give me USC +4. I know it's a revenge shot, but I think they match up decently against them.
A camel can. Oh, I'm sorry, not to jump back. Let's wrap up this game before we get to the camel talk. Yeah, I'll ride with Colby on this one. I really haven't gotten to see a ton of Gardner-Webb, so I'm excited.
Really, you haven't been because we had some film cut ups of Gardner-Webb.
Yeah,
you didn't look at them.
I must have missed those.
I mean,
really.
Kramer's really half-assing it.
They held Old Dominion to 44 points earlier this year in a game, but they lost that game because they only scored 43.
I can't wait to watch missed free throw after missed free throw and just ultimate sweat. There's nothing better than sweating games for guys. All right, so listen to this nugget about a camel, Colby. This is gonna blow your mind. A camel can run 12 miles an hour for up to 18 hours straight.
That's wild.
Holy shit.
That's wild.
Wow.
I need to get one.
That's insane.
I mean, Colby, that might do better than just. I mean, if you had a direct route from here to your house,
that's what I'm saying,
and you could maintain that speed,
take the LA River.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
No, it could go 25 miles an hour for an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, how far away? You need 40. You need 40 miles. You probably have to get a charge somewhere in there. Oh, that's fascinating. Give me 3 wolves and a camel. I'll take on the world. 3 p.m. game will be Longwood and the winner of the Presbyterian speaking of the camel game. And then we're heading to the nightcap where, no surprise, 5 p.m. in the Bojangles Coliseum. The Whores of Radford are playing the nightcap. That's intentional. Gives the Whores time to travel. You know they're not early risers. The 3 seed Radford laying 3 here against Winthrop. It's more like a sound. Throp. You know how we feel about the Whores. We love them at home. If we have confidence, they will be traveling. I know.
I think the Whores get it done. I think Whores are the better team.
I've heard Whores like Bojangles, so that could be a draw.
I'm kind of leaning Winthrop because of their offense. Top 20 in the nation in the 3-ball, top 60 at the 2-ball. They shoot 75% at the line compared to 68% for Radford.
Radford's a top 100 team. Defense travels well.
Oh, wow.
All right,
it's true. I'm going Winthrop.
And I know people are thinking, well, you got a DUI. Look, well, have you been to Radford? All right.
Whoa.
You get a DUI when you sign up there. All right.
It's not that far from Blacksburg.
Yeah, I saw. Look,
in fact, Colby, I'm old enough to live in a time where you could ride in the back of a truck on 460 from Blacksburg to Radford, no problem.
I partied at some random house in Radford, and it was great because woke up there in the morning and some guy was towing another guy's in the house's car, and he comes outside, punches the tow truck driver in the face, and then like 20 minutes later, the police arrest him. It's absolutely fantastic.
Last year, the Big South Championship was also in the Bojangles Arena. Radford lost their opener in the first round as the 8th seed. It was an early game though, 11:30 a.m. So if my theory holds true, we like the horrors later at night. We always do. We got to take them.
Yeah, lock it up.
And he's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Wait, hold on. No, I like Winthrop. Swapping picks.
Really? What happened
this is-
there?
He realized
You
his
just did
future.
a whole thing about how you like
realized his
Radford
future.
and the
Actually,
horrors
let's
at
do
night.
this.
Yeah.
Give me the horrors at night.
Oh,
Scratch off Winthrop as a future.
Oh,
wow.
Scratch it off, and I'm just gonna ride solo with Asheville.
woo!
Wow.
Sorry, it's Winthrop. Anything else to add to the Big South? We will. Do you want to just throw out our lock here for this conference now? Let it flow a little nicer. I think we should just lock up our Big South play right now.
Okay.
Right?
Let's go. Cam,
You
we're
want
on at
no.
7.
You know what? We'll save it to the end.
Well, Ryan, generally you tease things in radio and podcasts.
No,
He
you're
goes,
right. It's just-
hey, make
it's
sure you stay
organized.
around to the end of the show. We'll give out our locks.
Creates a little disorganization. Maybe less optimal because we're talking about now. We got to go back and spend more time on the Big South later. All right, moving along to the Ohio Valley Conference, which is not being played in Ohio. It's being played in Evansville, Indiana.
Why would it?
In the Ford Center, March 1st through the 4th. We from the bottom to the top. We got Lindenwood, an astonishing 100-1.
They're not eligible for the NCAA tournament.
Not eligible. Still playing. Love the spirit. Southern Indiana is the 7 seed.
Not eligible for the NCAA tournament.
13-1 though. Live Dog Southeast
Why put them in
Missouri.
these tournaments? I don't understand.
5 seed. 11.
Tease them.
Yeah.
11-1 to sell tickets. 11-1.
Yeah, they're moving the needle.
Is this Sui? Is this Arkansas? Sui.
No, that is
Southern.
SIU. That's
Give me what it
Southern
stands for.
Indiana, right?
Southern Indiana University, Edwardsville.
Edwardsville, yeah.
6 seed, 9-1. I like how I knew it was Edwardsville. It was my deep pre-prep. Tennessee State 4 seed at 750. UT Martin the 3 seed at plus 650. Tennessee Tech 380 and Morehead State plus 140.
Tennessee Tech has your guy. Remember?
Yeah,
Look.
yeah.
Remember that? Remember that redhead?
That very offensive. I mean, that amazing
That
clip
guy's
on the
great.
internet. I mean, just
This is a ginger doing a throat slit.
Wasn't even that
gesture.
great of a dunk, but I guess if you're a ginger, you take advantage of that moment.
all right. Fun fact.
Morehead dominated ATS 13-5, best in the conference, 7-3 ATS as a home favorite, coming in winning 11 out of 12.
Sean, how many of these schools that play in the Ohio Valley Conference, which I understand the Ohio Valley spans more than just Ohio, how many of these teams play in Ohio?
0.
Colby, care to guess how many teams in the Ohio Valley Conference play in Ohio?
0.
0 is the answer. God damn, that's wild. Oh my god! Fucking learn something every day.
I mean, it just changed a lot. They gotta quickly add some Ohio schools this offseason. All right, let's fix this. All right, it's gotta.
I
be a
mean, it's
school
way
out
worse than like when the Big 12 has 10 teams or the Pac-12 has
or the Big
14
Ten has
teams.
30 teams,
Yeah.
which they're about to have.
Which is that
Pretty in your
that
face
is-
offensive.
That is dumb, but this is worse. You got to have one team from Ohio.
All right. So here's the question: how many states are in the Ohio Valley?
Kentucky,
5.
Tennessee.
It's a crazy
Indiana,
amount. Here's
Missouri, right?
Here's the amount: Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, a little bit of New York, Pennsylvania,
New York.
a
I
little
did
bit
not
of
know.
Maryland, West Virginia, North Carolina, a tiny bit of South Carolina, tiny bit of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. Missouri not in there. They got a team in the conference though.
They have 2 teams in the conference.
come on.
Lindenwood and Southeast Missouri.
Colby, you hate this geographical mess they're playing. It's like Africa all over again. They're just drawing boundaries.
I just think really they probably got rated for other teams and they're like, we need to still be a conference.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't OVC it.
That's the other part. Like, how is that your? That's your hashtag. Okay.
Look, this conference might as well just grab a dart and throw it at the wall.
Real.
All right,
That's great.
this
Except for Lindenwood, not Lindenwood.
yeah. Well, Lindenwood is I would
Anyone
say
Those guys are
Yeah.
they're busy making a pruno, whittling down a toothbrush into some sort of shiv.
look.
Jesus
Tennessee
Christ.
Tennessee Tech's got that fire crotch that dunks the ball that we like.
That is fun.
Also I've seen a few dust ups with them. They talk a lot of shit. All right, I like that when I see.
well, hold on.
And this is like the weird double bye stuff. So the top 2 seeds, Morehead State, Tennessee Tech, they get buys to the semifinals. 3rd and 4th seed get it to the second round. So UT Martin, Tennessee State, kind of interesting because of the way it's broken down, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's value on. I mean, I could see UT Martin. They were in first place like 2 weeks ago. So.
All these poor schools from Tennessee and Kentucky got to go up to Indiana.
And I realize they're a 7 seed, but Southern Indiana is the best offense in the
Screaming
conference.
Eagles.
Yeah,
They're not just think of your Philadelphia Eagles, all right, but then add in Screaming Eagles. You know.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a Screaming Eagle at times. Southern SIUE, pretty good defense too.
Real quick, just I know we're not actually going to bet on Lindenwood, but did you know that the first name for this university was the Lindenwood School for Girls? It was then the Lindenwood College for Women, all the way up until 1969.
Sounds sexist.
I mean, but now they're playing ball. Named after the linden tree, Colby.
Really?
Yeah. Look, to me, when we watch that player on Tennessee Tech. Look like a leprechaun that got long legs. Make a nice dunk. Colby was being mean, and then throw that next.
That was for a white guy. That was a great dunk.
I wrote down in my black book. Said we're gonna bet on Tennessee Tech later in the season.
I like it.
That moment is now plus 380. It's the only thing I'm gonna play.
No, you got to play a dog here because you have a great chance of hitting. Dude.
What are you gonna? What are we doing then?
I think
Southern Indiana.
I see.
I think we go SEMO.
SEMO?
Southeast Missouri.
Oh. you gotta be careful how much SEMO you take in, Colby, especially depending on what time of month. Could end up with the situation there.
Southeast Missouri's the
talk
5
me
seed.
into accepting SEMO.
I mean, they're the 5 seed.
Got
plus
it.
1100. They're 15 and 16. Look down the stretch. I know they struggled 5-5 their last 10, but they've beaten some good teams this year. I feel like they're capable from a talent perspective of beating anyone in this conference.
Yeah, and shout out to for someone who will argue with the play-in game stuff. I also do like this style of let's just keep adding buys. I do like this style of bracket where it's really just 2 games per round, and we filter them out as we go because I think it gives a massive advantage to the regular season getting these buys, forcing teams to have to play games before they play you. I think in these small conferences they should look to this more often because it does suck when a good team who's run a conference the entire regular season gets busted. I mean, I get it's fun. It creates.
But this one
steals bids.
This one you could argue that everyone was in with a game of the fucking conference.
Sure,
so
but guess
do
what?
they really deserve the buy?
Guess what? This is the way it shakes out.
All right, you're talking me into it.
Tennessee.
I'll take SEMO. I mean, looking at the advantage metrics,
SEMO beat Morehead State by 5 at Morehead.
They basically have a buy in the first round.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I'm with you. I'll take SEMO. And then you're also in Tennessee Tech, Colby?
Yeah. Scream.
What are you doing, Kramer?
Well, I was trying to say
he only makes one play.
I feel
these days.
confident I'm with my one play at Tennessee Tech.
One play Kramer, they call him.
Yeah, one shot Donnie. All right.
Next time, me and Sean can just do the podcast because we pick
that's
a
fine
few
too.
teams.
You wouldn't have learned shit about the fucking linden tree, but you know what? I guess you get fulfilled in different ways.
Hey, you know how I get fulfilled? Helping people find their perfect match thanks to Talkify. That's right. You want to try something new when it comes to dating? Maybe you're stuck in that same old routine. Talkify is a new way to meet other serious singles. What if they help you find what you're looking for? Again, it is, they say there's plenty of fish in the sea, but sometimes that's a problem. Imagine all the fish you got to go through to find the right fish. And that's what Talkify is here to help you. Again, they're looking to match you up with someone that you're compatible with. Talkify is the country's #1 modern matchmaking service that is designed to help you achieve relationship success. And I think you know what they mean by relationship success. Again, don't just lock yourself in some sort of gambling cave your entire life. Occasionally get outside, get some fresh air, meet some new gals. Again, very easy. Talkify matchmakers meet with you, learn about, hey, what are you into? You know, maybe you explain, hey, you really like first half unders. You want to meet a girl who also likes first half unders. They figure it out. They screen and match potential candidates for you, doing all the background checks, video interviews, basically all the screening. I mean,
background check. Got to make sure she didn't go to Lindenwood for 10 years.
Exactly. I mean, this is like it's like the ultimate wingman. They're doing all the heavy lifting for you. And right now, Talkify is offering our listeners 20% off when you become a client over at talkify.com/SGPN. That's TAWKIFY.com/SGPN for 20% off when you become a client. Talkify.com/SGPN.
Fun fact: the Derryberry Hall is the signature building on campus at Tennessee Tech.
100% called the Dingleberry Hall.
You wouldn't have learned that
100% between the students. It's got to
do
be
the show without me.
I'll meet you.
Good luck learning shit.
I'll meet you at Dingleberry Hall.
March 1st, 4:30 p.m. here on the West Coast. Wednesday, we're heading, like you said, Evansville. The Ford Center will play host. Southeast Missouri, SEMO, as these guys were calling, not Nemo, SEMO.
Finding SEMO.
Finding SEMO. Well,
just have to look at my dorm room sheets.
Especially down there at the Lindenwood College of Women, Sean, the 8th seed. They're only catching 5. Why is this number so short?
Hammer it.
You like Lindenwood, Colby?
No.
What?
SEMO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Lindenwood just won their Super Bowl. They came back from like down 10, hit the game winner. They didn't even think they'd be in this tournament, and now look at this.
Why is it so?
Wait,
small?
doesn't everyone get in the tournament?
No.
Oh, okay.
They had to hit a game winner.
So
to
their
get there.
Super Bowl was getting into the Ohio Valley Conference tournament at 100-1 odds. You're right. They don't give a shit. SEMO for the win.
Although Lindenwood
-5.
did beat SEMO 105-102 on the 23rd.
Well, and Sean, let's not. I mean, one of the teams that did not make the tournament. I mean, Little Rock, one of them, but Tony Romo's alma mater, Eastern Illinois, not make the tournament. So
Ryan
let's
Hasty
go.
pointing out Lindenwood won the last 2 games in overtime just to get there.
That's what I'm saying. They're done. They got here.
They're
That's
cooked.
progress. This is year 1.
Like it's a fat girl at the prom.
Yeah.
Just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Well, they also beat Little. I mean, one of those games was Little Rock, who they beat twice. I mean, one of the not good teams. Yeah, lay the points. No, don't overthink it. Some of these bad conferences, you just got to chalk it up. All right, Edwardsville, the 6th seed. This is 7 p.m. on the West Coast. Interesting. If I got that right, that's a pretty late game. Huh? 9 p.m. local time. Edwardsville, Southern Indiana catching a point here. Wondering if this one will flip around by the time the number pops up in the wild. Maybe someone can correct us if it's already out there. Colby.
Oh, give me the Screaming Eagles and Jacob Pavlovich.
That's not a real name. Jacob Pakovich?
No, Polakovich.
Okay.
Polakovich?
Yeah. P-O-L-A-K-O-V-I-C-H.
Sounds like a guy who does some wet work.
All right, look, the Screaming Eagles are for real. They're making a statement. They get it done as a dog. And remember, well, I guess both the Indiana teams are playing each other.
Which is, play the X-Files.
This is to decide who owns Southern Indiana.
I mean, first year head coach Stan Gord.
SIUE to me, I think is like a noticeably better team. I get they're laying a point, but I'm on them.
Well, on January 21st, the last time they played, Southern Indiana won by 10, Sean. So your data might be a little weak.
He calls it data.
So you're taking SOI, Colby.
Goddamn right, buddy. All right, the Screaming Eagles are the better team.
Do we have to pick this game? Why are we talking about this conference? Look, again, I think probably the wrong team's favored. I'm with Colby. Give me Southern Indiana.
Which one?
Not
The Screaming Eagles. He wants the Screaming Eagles.
Not Edwardsville.
All right.
The other
I'm on Edwardsville. You guys are crazy.
All right. The rest of the games, there'll be two same time on Thursday, and then two more on Friday. Again, it's the just keep adding buys system to building a tournament bracket. Pretty easy to get through. All right. Let's see. Last one, a conference that we shamefully did not pick last year.
Really? Why not?
I don't think we had odds. I think it was one of those things where they started first and we didn't have odds, something like that. Maybe you said, who gives a shit about the Northeast Conference?
I would never say that. Right.
AKA the NEC. They do play at campus sites.
NEC. It just means less.
We kick off. Tip off March 1st.
I thought that was a good line.
It was a good line, but bottom to the top. We have LIU, who 300 to 1. I mean, maybe we take a little peek at that. Who's the coach you were telling me?
Rod Strickland.
Rod Strickland out there coaching 300 to 1 to win the NEC. That's impressive.
Don't take that,
Sean. We have multiple St. Francis's in this conference. The one from New York.
It's always tempting.
The one from New York is 75 to 1. The one from Pennsylvania is 650 to 1 as the 3 seed. Central Connecticut State, the 6 seed, 30 to 1. Sacred Heart, the 4 seed. And Wagner 12 to 1. As I mentioned, the 3 seed St. Francis PA 650. FDU Fairleigh Dickinson. Shout out to New Jersey 230. And Merrimack College
not eligible. The 1 seed is not eligible to make the NCAA tournament.
Why is
Doesn't
that?
It have to impact your motivation to win the tournament?
Why aren't they?
You
eligible?
win.
They came up. This is the 3rd year, I believe.
Who's agreeing to this nonsense?
They're good too. Merrimack's
Fuck
a
you.
good team.
Yeah, if they win their if they're good enough to make it, how are you going to hold them back and send some shit team out there?
I mean, they're laying 18 in the first game.
I mean, so you're like a conference bigwig. You're like, oh no, we can't let them eat too fast from the table. We got to work them in slowly. 3 years before you can have a taste of that sweet.
But why?
March Madness. We get all these bids. So our one bid a year, not going to. So in the chance that you have your best team,
don't you want that team in the tournament?
What are you thinking? Now you're gonna. I mean, imagine this fucking NEC executive when they got to send fucking Central Connecticut State to the tournament, get embarrassed, lose by 45.
Yeah, more than that probably.
All right,
I think your best play here is either 2 options.
Mm-hmm. I got a lock. Let me give it out because you might steal.
All right, fire it.
Wagner.
Yes,
Wagner is the play.
That's the play.
Especially
They won at Temple. They won at Temple.
Dude, they have a ton of experience. They play with a ton of heart.
Wow.
I have a fake ID from Wagner. Everything I wanted to college program.
Under what name?
Oh, Jason Beasley was my go-to.
Oh, Jason Beasley.
Yeah.
I had a Ralph Lambert,
Jason Beasley, and anytime we were going out drinking in high school, we would just say to my parents, "Oh, we're going over to hang out at Jason's place."
Oh, that's genius.
His parents work nights, but they'll be home. And then you even gave him a fake nickname, Beezer.
That's
you got to build a little bit of a backstory.
Mac brings up a good point here because he says Merrimack's going to roll. I probably think they are going to win it. So you got to think of who will finish in second place.
Isn't this a Colgate situation?
No, wait.
Or is it regular season second place?
What do you mean?
Last year when Bellarmine won the
is it Bellarmine or Bellarmine?
I like to say it Bellarmine.
Okay, but it's actually Bellarmine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When they won it, they went to not the team they beat in the championship game. They went to like
oh really? Yeah, that's
the
right.
record of
it was some sort of like second place in the regular season bullshit.
And again, coming back to why I like Wagner, again, play very good defense, second in the conference in defensive efficiency, but number 1 in offensive rebounding percentage on the offensive side. Like, this is a scrappy team that will get you the dub. Love them at 12 to 1.
I like that too.
And Moneyline Max,
me in for that
Moneyline Max probably, again, Merrimack, good chance they win, but at minus 105, I'm not touching it. And that's got to impact your motivation. The fact that if you win the tournament, you don't get to go to the NCAA tournament. How does that not impact you?
I mean, Bellarmine last year.
Maybe they want to make a point to change the rule.
This is the worst conference by some margin, according to Ken Palm.
This is the conference with the gym that we watch on, where the divider comes down.
The only group of teams that is ranked lower than the NEC is the Independents. That includes Chicago State and Hartford.
That's pretty fucking bad.
And it's pretty, like, they're closer to that than they are the SWAC, that's impressive. So shout out to the Northeast. I'm with, like, for the same reason we said you got to take Colgate, right?
I like how Wagner's actually, they did.
No, I'm
Temple
saying with
at
Merrimack. I'm going back to the favorite angle of and the better your better co-host, Moneyline.
Oh, Abe Lincoln riding cocaine bear is in here, so shout out to him.
Is that a
Independence is my league?
Is that it? I'm sorry, Bear. Is that a college basketball experience fan coming in here with a long name describing what he's doing?
I think 95% of these people are.
Oh wow!
You know,
he's doing it again.
Sorry, buddy.
He's doing it again. One thing of note. So the thing that stands out when you do look at this conference ranking is, of course, Merrimack is a good defensive team, but FDU, Fairleigh Dickinson is a competent offensive team relative to the rest of this.
Well, and
pile of shit.
I'm pretty sure they don't. Do they reseed this bracket? Do you know that, Ryan?
I will check my note. I was first pulling up the overall offensive efficiency and the amount of NEC teams that fall into the. This is pretty funny.
FDU has some good guys though, but
the last place team is Long Island. Right?
Merrimack is the second to last offensive efficiency according to Ken Palm. So you know what?
Well, in FDU, shout out to Fairleigh Dickinson. They do have who is it? Dimitri Roberts, Grant Singleton. They do have some
score.
kids.
You know what?
Play.
Give me FDU as my single future again.
Really? I think those stats are diluted for the fact that Merrimack played St. John's, Providence, Bradley, Vermont, San Francisco. So yeah,
I mean, I don't see any reference to the NEC. Is really getting the information from the conference web pages is usually pretty easy. Not the NEC.
What I love about God's Eye is all 9 of our TVs have the NEC app, which is free to download in the App Store and Google Play Store. You're gonna need that because those won't be on ESPN Plus on a lot of those situations. So check that out.
Bastards.
Yeah, I mean, do we know that is fun. I remember when Colby first figured out he had to go download an app to watch NEC basketball. I was like, oh man.
I'm on their chat forum.
I am not aware of a reseed situation.
Jake Singer saying, did Sean cover against Dr. Phil? I missed it. Hey, if you want to check out the Dr. Phil, the watch party, if you missed it live, download the SGPN TV app. It's available on smart TVs, Apple TV, that kind of stuff.
And wait,
a lot of fun.
Watch all the way to the end because Dr. Phil gives his NEC picks.
Oh,
he does. He's got a dark horse. He likes St. Francis, Brooklyn.
And I don't know if the chat already.
I didn't mean to spoil it.
I don't know if the chat already corrected. I did. I have found a new graphic that does state reseed after each round. So
yeah, and Noah B had that in the chat as well. So
you know, at least if you're going to be a small shitty conference, at least be progressive with your tournament style. Like, don't be fixed. Well, the NBA is it's just stupid. It's a stupid model.
That's not bad. That's WWF, dude.
It's just you always have to reseed. You always want to give your best team the worst possible team. That's the only way. Like, you got to reward the regular season. All right. First round action. We got 4. It's a full first round. They didn't do any funny business with their tournament, Sean. LIU, the 8 seed. Poor Rod Strickland. Heading to Andover.
North Andover. Not to be confused with South.
That sounds like something you have like the guma. Get a hand over. Merrimack Lane 18. Which is
this game just happened, and
astronomical price. Here.
And Merrimack won by 21.
It's close.
So we're just gonna lay the points. Is that what you're saying?
I think we got to. I think we got to. Long Island is so bad, man. They're so bad.
I'm gonna click on them and see what happens. Oh dear. They beat. All right. So they have 3 wins. Sean, listen to this. They beat Sacred Heart. LIU did by 4 points on the road. Strange outlier here because Sacred Heart is the 331st team according to Ken.
And they're D1.
The best team they beat all year because the other two teams
are D2.
I'm really not sure who Purchase is.
Purchase
not ranked. Doesn't even have a link.
They're
on
D2
and then we have Mount St. Vincent who think about this. Think about LIU. For LIU to go out there and win a game 111-50. What kind of program is Mount St. Vincent? I mean, they only beat Purchase by 38 points. All right, so I guess we lay the points. What's the problem with LIU? They're just not a ton.
I'll go Merrimack.
I think the problem is what was that scenario we saw where the woman coach jumped on the team and played? This is what Rod Strickland needs to do for them to have a chance. Didn't we just have a women's basketball coach?
Yeah,
do that?
no, she was 8. Well, the funniest thing was she played. It was an 8th grade team. It wasn't like a high school team
trying to win some state championships.
And I think it was like JV. I'm on Merrimack.
Yeah, we all are.
Kramer doesn't have a play.
Oh, how dare you! Let's head to Teaneck, New Jersey.
FDU. Again, FDU has a couple kids that can play.
Yeah, the lesser known St. Francis of New York, the 7th seed, is catching 8 points against FDU. Yeah, let's ride with Jersey here.
I mean, number one offensive efficiency. I think they can light it up a bit.
They just played on the 25th at Fairleigh Dickinson, and Fairleigh Dickinson won by 17.
Whoop that ass.
Yeah. Well, and SFNY's defense, it's not like they're pretty bad, especially at the 3-point line.
Yeah, you got to lay
FDU can hit some shots.
Next up,
chalky as hell, but.
And again, these are all being played at 4 p.m. on the West Coast, March 1st, Wednesday. Central Connecticut State, the 6th seed, they're heading to Loretto, Pennsylvania to take the better St. Francis of PA.
Loretto, Pennsylvania.
Laying 3.
Wants to know a girl in that town.
Loretto, Pennsylvania seems like like the somewhere like the mob guys would send someone out to get like chopped up, going out to the farm in Loretto. It's kind of central PA. I should have asked Sean before I said that. Go ahead. You look like you were chomping at the bit to spit a hot fact about Central Connecticut State or St. Francis. Left that open ended for you to take whichever direction you wanted to go in. Colby, got anything to add with this fabulous matchup?
I feel like we got to go chalk here. St. Francis, PA. They traveled all around the world, so I feel like they're they get their ass kicked all over the out of conference schedule, but I feel like the record's probably a little bit better. I think they played at Hawaii, and then the next, within 2 or 3 days, played at Miami.
What's your take on the fact that we have the Red Flash taking on the Blue Devils?
Ooh, I read the Flash comic books.
I don't mess with no Devils.
Yeah. Whoa.
Any information on the rumor that Coach K is checking out, coming back as a different Blue Devil coach?
Oh,
they had Daniel Marshall last year. They fired him.
What a bit that is.
Yeah. That's great,
Coach K.
I'm going. I'll go Central Connecticut State just to mix it up here.
I mean, honestly, it'd be really great if the head coach of Central Connecticut was someone with the last name starting with
Isn't
K.
his son on the staff?
Just call him Coach K.
They should just go out and hire him.
No, I mean, I don't know. Central Connecticut, it's tough to make a case for, but I don't think St. Francis should be laying 3. Is my main reason.
They keep a good program and they're gonna drain some threes. Let's stay chalky. Colby, we're really making great picks to get together. Another one, last one, Fairfield, Connecticut, Sacred Heart, which is that some sort of weird rival to people from Philadelphia? Wagner, the 5 seed, Wagner catching a point here.
Yeah, give me Wagner.
I always thought Sacred Heart, maybe it was a Jersey thing. Sacred Heart was like the private school that everyone would target as like pussies.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe they had some rivalries with some of the Catholic schools in the area.
Again, Wagner plays good defense. They get offensive rebounds.
Veteran
That's what
team.
You need tons of experience. Again, the same reason why I like him on the future is why I like him to knock out Sacred Heart.
Yeah, it's gonna be a game. It's probably the best game on the.
Kramer, are you gonna take Sacred Heart to be contrarian?
I kind of want to. It's a pace game, right? Like they want to go fast. Wagner wants to go slow. Yeah, I'll stay chalky all the way through and through.
No dogs for Ryan.
Just Northeast Conference is all about the chalk, except for Fairleigh Dickinson. They'll +2. That's good money.
Time for 3 locks and a dog. Brought to you by sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. What do you got, Kramer? Or we'll do it by conference for your
Sacred Heart would be a great name. All right, here we go. Moving to the big, so we'll start Big South, and this one's an easy lock. You're not gonna. I'm with Colby. He talked me into it. As much as I'll leave Campbell for you, Sean. Give me Gardner Webb laying the 4.
Gardner Webb laying the 4. I'm gonna go. I will take that Campbell bait that you're dropping.
I mean, that nugget about them running for 18 hours straight.
Come on, you're gonna fade the Camels?
It's like one of these ultra
marathons. Don't they have like 10 eyelids?
Those ultra marathoners, they just fucking take shits as they're running. That's just like a camel.
You want me to take Webb?
No, I got it. I already took it.
You tried to strong arm me though to taking Webb as my lock.
Take the horse.
I am going to take the horse of Radford. I think they get it done against Winthrop. Lay the 3, lock it up.
Hopefully their crowd travels with the night game. Don't have a ton from Ohio Valley, but I guess if I have to choose, I'll fade Lindenwood.
Give
me SEMO.
Man, yeah, I think you have to
Finding
because the other
SEMO?
One's going to be a game. Give me SEMO. The other one's going to be a game.
If Lindenwood wins,
all right, triple it up. SEMO it is.
Triple SEMO. What? 3 SEMOs in the tripus. All right. Next up, man, I really want to lay the 18 with Merrimack. It just doesn't seem responsible. So give me FTU laying 8.
I don't mind that, but I'm gonna go with my boys, Wagner.
I'm on the Fairleigh Dickinson tip. Lay the 8. I think that's the one.
Every year, one of us makes an irrational bet on one of these shitty conferences, and we immediately realize that these teams all fucking suck. Wagner feels like it could be in contention for that when they're out of the tournament after a game. Dog,
you picked 2 dogs, Ryan. Charleston Southern at +1 and Southern Indiana at +1.
Oh my God, you're so fucking chalk here.
What do you mean? I'll give you a parlay. How about that?
You don't have a tripus. You got like a quad plus over there.
I'll give you a little parlay.
Okay.
We're gonna take Merrimack, and we're gonna tie it to Campbell.
Money line?
No, lay the points. There's my dice. Plus 280 good enough for you? Wherever the fuck that comes out to.
All right, for me,
I'm sure you'll do better.
I will do Winthrop and Wagner on the money line. Parlay those together.
Seeing a little dissension in the ranks of Team Ryan out here. Ryan Hasty talking shit.
Kramer's always so chalky. He says
first time doing these fucking shitty conferences. The chalk always hits. Let me pull up from last year while Colby makes his picks.
Colby, what do you got? What's your dogs?
I only have 2 dogs that are both one.
Colby knows what he's fucking doing.
Yeah, so I think you got to parlay here. You got to go.
Got to parlay.
You got to just let's have some fun, guys. Let's. I'm with you with Campbell and Merrimack, and I think we should add in Fairleigh Dickinson.
So I'm just gonna remind you, motherfuckers out there. Last year, Big South Ohio Valley Conference. Who won the whole thing? Both conferences chalk. Shut the fuck up. First round. What are we looking at? Mostly chalk. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, I didn't mean that. But you should really look at the data before you talk shit about my chalky picks.
No, feel free to talk shit on Ryan at any time. Hey, have you guys headed over to store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com? Grab yourself some gear. We got St. Patrick's Day shirts in there. Third leg of my parlay. Dr. Phil shirts coming soon. I'm sure we'll get sued for that, but we got more merch on the way. The first half undershirts, which look really fire. Highly recommend those in cool team colors as well.
There's a lot of there does seem to be a lot of free Dr. Phil silhouette like art that maybe we could use. It's on the internet.
We got something cooking which won't violate any trademarks or copyrights. We respect it.
You know what we should have done? We do one of those things where you take Dr. Phil's face and you take Sean's face, you just mesh them together.
Don't ruin the bit, right?
Oh, I'm not even plugged into the bit, which is just wavelengths. We're on the same cycle.
They're asking for Wendy's chili shirts after Patty C announced to the world that he does enjoy Wendy's chili.
Oh, Wendy's chili is good.
There are worse places.
I
to
mean,
get chili.
but let's get the Wendy's logo and just call it Patty C's. Home of the square burger.
They don't cut corners.
Oh man. Let's go. March Madness.
March is here. We are here. Subscribe. Toss us a nice rating and review. 5 stars over on Spotify. Subscribe. Toss us some thumbs up in the chat. And let's get to it.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. And he is Ryan.
We always talk about how hard we grind over here. Well, shout out to Patty C's plumber. He's doing the same.
Kramer, let it ride.